Welcome everyone, first episode of Freediving Tribe. Today our guest will be Vera Giampietro from Switzerland, Swiss freediver and current national record holder. So welcome Vera.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, welcome.
Hi everyone.
Nice you're here. Vera, tell us something about you, because I don't believe everybody knows you, and give us a quick introduction of yourself.
Yeah, perfect. I'm 30 years old. I grew up in Ticino, in the Italian part of Switzerland, and I always loved the water a lot. And I first started with scuba diving, and then 3 years ago I decided to learn freediving actually, and I quickly became an instructor, and at some point in my career I decided to try to compete, and I loved it very much, and fortunately last year I managed to break a few national records, and yeah, now we're here in Egypt and we're enjoying the beautiful conditions.
Hot conditions.
Conditions, we're sweating both.
You came more or less out of nowhere. So the freediving world in Switzerland especially, I'm not saying nobody, but nearly nobody knew you, and then you just crushed a couple of records. You went like first one, second one, third one. We have free immersion, we have constant weight by fins, we have no fins, and then you added on top added some meters on your own record as well. Yeah. So tell us how you made this fast progress, and how did it come that we never heard something from you in freediving and you just came and bam, vanished all national records?
Well, the truth, Daniel, is that so I did my first competition in 2018. Shortly after starting, actually, after 2 weeks and a half, I decided to try it out, and I really liked it. And then, unfortunately, I had a problem. I had an accident that forced me out of the water for more or less 2 years. And yeah, it wasn't very easy to be out of the water for so long. But then last year in September, I decided to go back to try freediving again and see if I could still dive more or less deep. And so as soon as I saw that was still possible, I had all this energy and that willpower to actually, make my dreams of breaking records come true, and I think that all that energy that grew in my heart for so long actually allowed me to find the focus and the determination that allowed me to just in a very short time to train all the disciplines. And yeah, I just wanted to do it all, and all this willpower allowed me to be very, very focused, and I was super happy because I obtained. I managed to do. Originally I wanted to break one record, and then since I also
got hooked. Okay, why not taking them all?
Yes, I mean, especially because of what happened to me after being forced out of the water for so long. I had, and part of me still has this fear that everything can change again, and maybe for something can happen, and again I will be forced out of the water. I mean, now I'm more calm about it, but especially at the beginning, it was unbelievable for me that to be diving again. So I just went for everything, and this is why
So you've been scared, you only have a small window and you want to max out in the small window.
The thing is, you never know in life.
Now the window is over a year long now.
Yeah, true.
So, but I understand. I mean, you thought for yourself, either I do it now or probably never, so...
Well, you never know in life, but so I was I was in the water again, and I just decided to enjoy it, and also just limiting myself to one discipline or two wasn't enough, because I was so eager to just explore and improve, and so yeah. And I liked it so much, and after the first competition, I decided to take part to a second one and a third one in a row, and yeah, I was just I'm thriving.
And is there a next one coming?
Yes, there is. Yes,
Okay.
there is soon.
Good. So the window is still open.
Yeah, the window is still open.
Okay.
I think I'm not over with competing.
You're not over. You're not done with competing. Nice.
No.
Nice. Do you have any background? I mean, you said like you've been scuba diving. I know, of course. You've been a yoga teacher before. So do you think this helped you also, like, doing so big jumps, coming from nowhere and just leading the Swiss, the Swiss board in freediving?
Yeah,
Do you
for
think there's an
sure. For
influence?
sure. Yeah, for sure. Yoga and meditation always like help us all to stay flexible and to have some sort of control or tools to control and our minds and learn how to be calm and also honest with ourselves. Like it's a process that's it's not strictly linked to freediving or yoga, or I mean it's life for sure, but yeah, I think that all my experiences helped in when the time came to that I was in the water again. I used all the past experience and I just combined them together to find my inner peace, and yeah, you're talking about big jumps, and for sure I did quite a bit jump in terms of depth and dive time and all of that. Well, we went from 0 to deeper than that, obviously.
What are the depths now for you?
Around 70 meters.
Okay.
And yeah, I think that I think so. I wasn't very. I have to admit that I wasn't very sporty growing up at all. Actually, sometimes I'm a little bit envious of all these other freedivers who were competitive swimmers or that have background in
I also don't have the background
disciplines.
of swimming and competing for 10 years or something. No, I only played tennis. So
That's good.
at least something, but not really like in the water, an activity in the water, like underwater rugby or swimming, which would be for sure more beneficial than playing tennis.
And yet we still manage to.
Yeah. So
To
you
do
have
well.
you have a yoga school in Switzerland, is that right?
I do actually. Well, at the moment I'm not teaching because of the situation of the pandemic. But yeah, I created. It's not really a yoga school. I'm actually aiming to organize yoga holidays combined with
Like retreats.
Yeah, retreats abroad mostly, but also in Switzerland, and combined yoga activities with other sports. Obviously, freediving is one of those, but also other more adventurous, adrenalinic activities.
For example?
For example, canyoning, climbing. There will be a lot of choices.
Switzerland is a good place for that.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
And especially due to the pandemic, I believe like many Swiss now even discovered some new places in Switzerland because they been forced to travel in their own country, like many other countries and people as well. And also me, I discovered some really nice places in Switzerland where I never heard before, like what was it, kiting on a frozen lake or something like this. I never heard about it before that we have something like this in Switzerland.
Well, I mean, I think the pandemic, of course, is super bad, but it had some good sides. Like it forced people to make an effort to discover good activities and like how to be happy home, which is sometimes we just like look for answers somewhere else, and it's good to find them like home or within ourselves. And
You mentioned before, like you're meditating or this yoga and meditation. Due to freediving, is there anything which stresses you out? Like something which really drives you crazy? Like
In the water, you mean?
in the water or in terms of preparation before? Like some people hate it if people talk to someone before the competition or something like this. Is there anything in which what drives you crazy, and where you need like extra work, patience to blend it out somehow?
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't particularly appreciate when people come and over talk to me before a dive in competition or even in training, because I like to build slowly from, usually I dive in the morning, and from the moment I open my eyes in the morning, I like to build this bubble of calmness and peace. So I don't like it when that is disrupted. But in general, like after that long break that I mentioned earlier, I'm actually so happy if I can dive, that there isn't really something that can completely drive me crazy and prevent me from going in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, before one of my training sessions a few months ago, I was in the blue hole, and a very serious accident happened, and I was actually on going in the water with my friend Fatima, and we saw one of our friends brought out of the water unconscious, and yeah, everyone was very, very worried. I was worried too, but I have to say that I still managed to calm myself down and go in the water and do my training session, while my friends couldn't, for example. So I mean, of course, it will.
So you're cold as ice.
No, not at all. I'm not saying no, not at all.
The Black Widow.
Of course. No, it's just I don't know. If I'm in diving mode,
I know
I'm in
exactly
diving
what you
mode,
mean. You can just
and that's
blend
it.
out everything.
And then if the session goes well, great. If the session for some reason doesn't go well, okay, we accept it. But I still managed to dive.
Yep.
In any case, it's so good to be under when you finally start the dive and you're there in the moment, in the present moment.
Mm-hmm.
It's just compensate everything else.
Do you have a routine how you prepare yourself before a competition dive? Like some people start meditating, some do stretching, some do nothing, some do like one warm-up dive, some do 10 warm-up dives. And so what is it? What is your prepare? I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to. But,
no, I'm happy to share. It's not a big secret, and I don't think I do anything like unique or very different from my fellow freedivers. I kind of do the same. Like I actually have the same routine for training or for a competition day. Nothing. I just at home or before getting in the place where the training will happen. I always, as I mentioned before, I really try to stay in the moment and avoid any kind of distractions. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the start for the beginning of my preparation comes from there. Like I don't look at the phone. I don't let anything come in my bubble. Mm-hmm. And then nothing. I usually have 20-30 minutes stretching. That includes also like full lungs, empty lung stretchings, well, usually full lungs, and then little guided meditations or visualizations that I do by myself.
For example?
It can go from like a normal body scan to mm-hmm. visualizing the dive that I'm gonna do, mm-hmm. and especially when I'm doing something a little bit more challenging for me, I really repeat the dive in my head, like with the visualization, until every little part
single
of the dive
part detail is perfect. Yeah,
it is perfect, and there were times where I was a little bit not anxious but worried about a part of the dive, and nothing. I just repeat it in my head until I'm calm, and I feel as if I already did the dive. and I'm like so satisfied with myself because the dive in my imagination went well that then I'm ready to go to the water and face it, and nothing, and then I get dressed, I go to the water, I do one warm up, and my dive, and that's it.
Okay, sounds solid.
Easy.
Okay.
No, there is no error, a margin error there. Like it's, and I don't like to do many warm ups because first of all, I get cold quite fast.
Yep.
And nothing. I want to keep my energy for the dive. I also tried no warm ups, but because of my accident, my eardrum is still a little bit delicate, so I prefer to do one warm up in which I just do
just to see if everything is really okay with
you.
And
I mean, I know that
down.
everything is fine, but I need that to remind my brain that everything works.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Okay, good. Yeah, and in terms of in Switzerland we have not in Switzerland, in freediving in general we have some more disciplines. So how about maybe chasing some more? I mean, we have some more depth discipline. We have the variable weight. We have the no limits, and of course we have all the pool disciplines. So you have any motivation also trying to work on that, or do you say like, no, these are my disciplines, this is nice, fun, casual for me, and I prefer to stay in my bubble, as you mentioned before?
So I've rarely done any pool discipline actually. I basically just did pool to fulfill the requirements for my to pass my courses, and so I don't have a lot of experience in that. I am definitely interested in exploring a little bit more the other disciplines, but for now I think I still have so much to learn, and there is so much room for improvement in the depth disciplines that I think I'm gonna stick to that. I have a lot of things to work on, and we'll see. But for now, I'm very happy with that. I like that.
What motivates you to train, to keep on training?
What motivates me?
Is it just for fun, or is it a goal you have in your head? What is it? What motivates you to go day by day or every second day for training, going down the rope, up, down, and doing some other workouts related to training for especially for depth disciplines?
Well, what motivates me? First of all, the feeling that the diving brings me. I'm much more focused and calm, and I have to say satisfied with myself when I'm training. So, I mean that's already enough actually. But obviously I have I also have some more long-term goals, and I really would like to take part to major competitions. So that requires a little bit more preparation than what I've been doing so far, and ultimately I really would like to find ways to use my freediving skills to help other people understand how important it is to protect the environment. So I'm working. I mean, I'm still looking for the right ways to use this, but this is packed. But I really want to use my achievement also to inspire other people and to share with them the love that I have for the water.
Yeah, I mean, it would be a good thing. I mean, we're here in Egypt, in Sharm el-Sheikh, just educating the people, not throwing all the plastic into the water.
Yeah, or not tapping the
already
corals.
Just the locals to convince that throwing the plastic in the water is not the right thing to do. Apparently here, if you go sometimes in the water, you can collect like a full bag of plastic. It's really disgusting and
unfortunately not only in the water. I mean, you don't even have to go in the water or just on the shore. There is so much plastic, and yeah, we organize sometimes cleanups. We should do more. And by the way, but
Probably you can't do enough. Yeah.
it's just it's a never-ending problem. Like the quantity of plastic keeps like increasing, and that's a complicated subject.
Okay. Beside freediving,
Yeah.
is there anything where you have passion in? Like, I don't know, maybe it is the climbing. I know you're climbing,
Yeah.
but maybe there's something else where you say like, okay, this is beside freediving, this is also my passion, the thing I like.
Well, as you mentioned, I'm discovering a lot of things about climbing lately, rock climbing, and I absolutely love it because, it's an activity that doesn't include water, and even if it sounds like a paradox, but I like the contrast of I like the fact that I'm learning how to become good in a sport that doesn't involve water. I didn't think it was possible, actually. So, and aside from that, I still like yoga very much, and I've been vegetarian for a long time, so cooking.
Cooking, okay. All right.
Yeah.
The climbing seems to be like a thing which is really coming up now in Dahab.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Dahab was known for climbing for a long time, but now it seems like due to the pandemic, many of the freedivers also jumped on the climbing train, and
Yeah.
now I see more and more people from Dahab or even from Sham going to Dahab for climbing.
Yeah, it's just this.
Community is growing.
The community is growing slowly, and actually now that there is a freediving competition coming in the Blue Hole, there are not many freedivers training, but yeah, I'm actually collaborating with the climbing school, and we're actually aiming to develop a little bit the scene and to make it more accessible for beginners to come and try out the sport. So I'm working in that direction with a partner, a business
Okay.
partner there too.
So, slowly coming to an end. Just some question I will ask all my interview partners.
Perfect.
So, what are your favorite freediving spots?
So my favorite freediving spots. I have to say that I haven't had the opportunity to travel much and freedive at the same time, but so far, without any doubt, my favorite one is the Blue Hole in Dahab. Sounds cliche, but it's where I started, where I train, and where I feel safe. So I really like that. I freedived a little bit in the Philippines when I first tried freediving in 2013. So it was very cliche as well, like around Koh Tao, because I was there for the scuba. So, well.
So Thailand, not
Yeah.
Philippines.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oops.
Thailand.
Got this. I was actually in Panglao. I was actually thinking about Panglao in the Philippines too. I like that too.
So you want to go there, or you've been there?
I've been there.
Okay.
I've been there, and yeah.
But you've been also to Koh Tao.
Yes, I was thinking about Koh Tao and also the Sardine Run in Panglao in the Philippines. So yeah, these three I would say.
All right.
And let's add the Geneva Lake.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No, I've been last year the first time. No, actually it was the second time, but the first time in Hermons. And this was really nice. The place was really nice. The visibility compared to Lake Zurich was... I mean, it was winter, and winter. It was August, so
Okay, so in winter there is
September,
a lot of visibility.
and it was probably 25 meters at one point. So it was
It's
amazing.
incredible.
I mean, in Lake Zurich, I think I had more than maybe 2-3 times more than
Okay.
15 meters, but not 20. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lake Geneva, the place to be.
Let's go together the next time, because I was diving there like a couple of times, and I don't think I had more than 1-2 meters visibility. So
All right. We will arrange.
Good.
Last question. Your freediving highlights. You have some, name 3 maximum. Like
3 maximum.
maximum. It can be just 1 if you have just 1 highlight and that's it. 3 maximum.
I really like to see either free divers.
Okay.
So, in the water.
Yeah.
And I haven't had the chance to see big animals in the water yet, but I really hope that I really would like to dive with sharks. And what else can I say? Freediving just I don't know if that answers the questions, but
no, also I mean a competition achievement or something can be a highlight for you. Like a highlight in freediving, it can be anything. It can be recreational freediving, it can be competition, it can be, I don't know, meeting your idol in freediving. I don't know.
Okay, no, I'm gonna say the third one is definitely the last competition dive I've done in November, the 69 meters with the monofin. It was just so fulfilling. So the sensations, the feelings were so amazing that I don't know. It was just a beautiful dive, and yeah, that's it.
All right.
Beautiful, and
that's it. Good.
And we all have this. Like, I think that you have too. Like some. You probably remember the best dives you've dived. No, I mean you've been diving for much longer than I have. So.
No, I mean best dives. Yeah, I had one no fins in the lake, 45 meters many years ago. It was a really nice dive, and I was really proud because it was. I love no fins, and it's really hard, especially in the lake.
I imagine.
And the one with Tito, the world record we did. The session before, I think we did a test dive to 100, I don't know, 120 or something, and somehow we didn't inflate the balloon very slowly. The dive time was over 3 minutes 40 or something. So at the end of the dive, we've been nearly dead, and so the final dive was really nice because it was fast and it was like I never felt on no limits. So good at the end. So. Yeah, it's not many dives I remember, but this is like, as it is fresh, I remember for sure. Yeah. All right, that's it. Thank you for your time, Vera.
Thank you very much.
You can write some comments and Vera will answer them.
Yes,
hopefully.
Absolutely. Yeah, I will.
She will. So she will check the comments if there are comments, and she will answer. Yes. All right.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
All right. Thank you, Vera.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Ciao.
Bye.